With more automakers than ever before, both traditional and new, bringing new electric cars to market, there has never been a better time to buy a new electric car than now. This is especially true if you're someone with a significant amount of money to spend, with more of the most popular models on sale costing upwards of $40,000. Right now, that includes Tesla's S, X, 3 and Y, all three variants of the Porsche Taycan, the Audi e-tron, the Jaguar I-Pace, and even some higher-end variants of the Nissan Leaf, Hyundai Kona EV, Kia e-Niro and Chevrolet Bolt EV. And of course, I have completely ignored all of the models that aren't quite in production yet. The Lucid Air, the Rivian R1T and R1S, the Bollinger B1 and B2, not to mention the hypercars that are so expensive you need to be a millionaire to own one. This morning, a new one popped into my inbox in the form of the Triton Model H, a brand new luxury electric SUV that's hoping to join the increasingly crowded premium electric vehicle segment. Its promise? Seating for 8, 200 cubic feet of cargo space, a 200 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which gives it claimed 700 miles of range, a sub-3-second sprint time, and 1,500 horsepower at the wheels, all in a footprint that's the same width and height as a Cadillac Escalade, but is 10% longer. To get one, the New Jersey company behind the Model H will take $140,000 off your hands. And yes, I'm aware that the claims being made about this car seem impossible. 700 miles from 200 kilowatt hours translates to an energy consumption of 285 watt hours per mile, which, frankly, I think it's impossible given the brick-like aerodynamic qualities of this particular vehicle. Look, in a different universe, I'm making a video right now talking about how crazy this super large vehicle is. And probably some of my colleagues in the EV world are probably doing that right now with blog posts, reports, and videos. But I want to use this news story in a different way. Right now, as the world is hurting, I think it shows just how out of touch some companies are with who they think want to drive an electric vehicle. And moreover, I think it shows how desperately we need affordable electric cars rather than ones that only the top 1% can afford. You see, electric vehicles don't have to be sub-4-second sprint time vehicles. They don't need to have massive battery packs that go 400 miles on a charge. To make a real social change, for real movement, we need to see more affordable models, right now more than ever, and in many major cities around the world, the air quality is better than it's been in decades because our governments are forcing people to stay at home during the coronavirus pandemic. In order to keep the air quality we're now all used to enjoying, will require us to change how we work, how we commute, and ultimately that means what we drive. And that means for the first time, many people are actively looking at electric cars for their next vehicle. Some of them are then deciding that electric cars are just too expensive for them to own because of all the reasons I've just given you. Everybody who wants an electric car, not just those who can afford expensive models, needs to have access to cleaner transportation, be it electric bicycles, better public transportation, or lower emission vehicles. Right now, the only zero-emission vehicle technology with a chance of offering personal transit at highway speeds are battery electric vehicles. Except most of the vehicles we're making as an industry right now are focused on high-performance, high-end models, vehicles that have got caught in an ongoing war between various different automakers over range, performance, and a fictional buyer that frankly doesn't represent most of us. Don't get me wrong. There are some amazing high-end electric cars out there. They serve as fantastic, aspirational halo cars. And there are a few more affordable electric cars coming onto the market. In Europe, for example, the Volkswagen e-Up and the MG ZS EV are both great examples of new electric cars with a decent, practical everyday range, DC quick charging and no-nonsense, no-frills interiors for about £20,000 sterling. And Mini has the potential to bring more affordable electric motoring to market with its just-launched Mini Cooper SE. But outside of Europe, few vehicles exist that fit this goal of affordability, and that, frankly, needs to change. What we really need is a Toyota Corolla of electric vehicles, or maybe a Ford Model T of electric vehicles, and we don't have that yet. I frankly couldn't care who makes it. But what we need to see is an affordable car that doesn't have 6 billion computers in it. An affordable car that doesn't have huge numbers of autonomous drive features, but has autonomous active safety features designed to keep you and other road users safe. And we need a car that doesn't have a stoplight sprint time that most people will never use. Look, the average sprint time of new cars today is about 8 seconds. So we don't need anything a lot faster than that in everyday life. So let's deal with range. While I know some people who watch this say they want to have a car that's capable of 400 miles per charge, but the reality is that in most countries around the world, official advice, either from government or agencies, is to have a rest stop of between 15 and 30 minutes in length for every 2 hours of driving. If you push yourself beyond that, you'll suffer a drop in attention and concentration that's dangerous to you and other road users. So if you're stopping every 2 hours or so, this is important because that's about the range of today's average new electric car. The caveat is that rapid charging infrastructures need to be continually improved and supported from today. But eventually a 15-minute charge can add a significant range if your car has a range of 200 miles per charge and you actually have 60 when you pull in. As an industry, the electric vehicle world has pretty much everything it needs to make electric vehicles more affordable. Battery costs have dramatically dropped over the last decade, and many major automakers are looking at building their own battery gigastyle factories to lower costs and secure economies of scale, lower than they are today. Except right now, those companies are still focusing on high-end cars beyond the average price point for most people. And that's preventing people from transitioning to electric vehicles. Some of you watching this right now would just say that we need to be patient, that electric vehicles drip down into the used car market, and that's how people on lower incomes can afford them. But let's be honest here, if that logic really worked, the only cars on the road would be premium ones passed down from owner to owner. But we've got new, affordable cars on sale on the market today. So why can't we do the same with EVs? Well, we can, as long as companies try to stop being better than each other, to have better acceleration, better range, and features that your average user just isn't interested in. That's it. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to help us make more videos like this, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Send us a couple of dollars our way every month through Patreon, or feed our coffee habit with Ko-fi. I'll be back soon with more content for you all to enjoy, but until then, stay safe, wash your hands, and keep evolving.